So one of the main things that you could do to help you progress faster in your Clash of Clans account is to find a good clan that can support you and support your goals. So whether or not you're trying to find a good rushing clan, a good maxing clan, or you're just trying to look for a clan that you can have fun with, this video should have good tips for all of you who are beginners or returning players and are just looking for a way to find a better clan for yourself. So we're on the strategic rushing account today, as you guys can see, and I've already joined a clan that is one of my friends' clans, but I'm going to be breaking down 4 ways that you can actually join a clan and the ways that I would recommend for any type of player. Now, the first thing that you can do is you can make your own clan. I wouldn't recommend this simply because your clan is not going to be at a high level. You're going to start with a brand new clan capital and it's going to be hard for you to gain new members, so it's not going to help you, and that's what we're trying to do this time around. We're trying to help you get into a better clan and progress your account faster. So starting a new clan is something you could do if you really want to, but I personally would not recommend it. You can also search for clans inside the game with the friendliest search function possible. As you guys can see, it's really great, and this is exactly what I would recommend for anybody trying to search for a clan. I'm just joking, it's actually not that good at all. It's really hard to search for a clan. What I would recommend is to find a clan that has active players, but it's always really hard to know if players are active or not. I would highly recommend just spending a little bit of time with the clan and seeing whether or not the clan is active. Another thing is that I almost never recommend clans that just let anybody in at all, because those clans are usually not good or not well maintained. So those are 2 ways that you could join clans, and to be honest, there are 2 ways that I wouldn't recommend, but what are ways that I would recommend? One way that I would recommend to join clans is by joining a friend's clan or a clan that you've already been a part of. When you do this, it becomes really easy for you because you already know people that are in the clan and you already know the clan's levels, their stats, as well as its activity level. You've done a lot of that research without actually joining the clan and wasting your time, which is a really important thing to do. Now, it would also be really helpful if you can help with the leadership in the clan. For example, my friend is the co-leader and he basically runs this clan. He's going to use my help as well to run the clan, and we're going to make sure that everything goes well. But if you don't have any friends, or if you're a loner or whatever, you don't want to join your friends' clans, you don't like your friends, whatever the case may be, there are 2 other ways that I could recommend you looking for a clan. One is the r/Clash of Clans recruit Reddit, and if you actually go ahead and join that Reddit, you'll find good clans and active people who are posting online, and that takes a lot of commitment, right? So that's how you know these people are going to be with you and going to be helping, and they're pretty serious about the game. That was actually recommended by somebody who's in chat right now, so if you guys want to be part of the videos, or if you want to go ahead and put your feedback in live, you can go ahead and join the live streams. It's really, really cool. But if you don't have Reddit and you don't want to do that, there is another way, and that is by joining Discord. Now, Discord is an app that a lot of Clash of Clans players use. I personally even have a Discord server myself, and sometimes people ship clans in there. However, there are specific servers that are really, really good for clan recruitment, so if you guys want to go ahead and check those out, I will try to link a few in the comment section down below so you can check it out by yourself. So those are the 5 ways that you can join clans in Clash of Clans, but what specifically should you be looking for? This is really going to come down to a few specific things, and I'm going to talk about what strategic rushers should be looking for in clans as well. The number 1 thing that you want to look for is a high CWL league. If you get a higher CWL league, you get more CWL medals, and more medals means more hammers later, so that means you'll get more progression and shave off more time to max. This is the number 1 thing that you can do to improve your account and decrease your time to max, so it's really important. Now, Silver League 2 is pretty decent considering that I'm just a fresh account, but if you get to higher Town Hall levels, you also want to get to higher CWL League medals. And unfortunately, clans can only go up 1 level at a time, so you might outgrow your clan if you're strategic rushing and upgrading really quickly. As a reference, I have on screen right now the latest stats of what CWL League you should be in for every specific Town Hall level. The next thing that you want is a decent clan capital level. Now, unfortunately, I haven't unlocked the clan capital yet because you do that at Town Hall 6, and on the Let's Play account, we are actually at Town Hall 5 right now, so we're gonna get there eventually. But a good clan capital level means you're basically going to get a lot more free magic items, and that is going to help a lot, especially those research potions early on, as well as the builder based resources, because that's going to help us get this 6th builder a lot faster. So having a good clan capital is another thing that you want to look for in a good clan. Now, the next thing that you want to look at is your clan levels, because you want to make sure that you're getting all the perks that you could possibly get, especially those donation perks, which are really big. Now, you'll notice that my clan is only at level 4, which is of course not that great, so we're going to be trying to get this clan to a higher level as quickly as possible, and that's going to help us to get all of these perks. Plus, I'm just playing with some friends who I know are active, and that's really, really fun. Also, ensuring that you have active players and you get good donations is another really important thing, because you're going to need those for your CWL attacks and everything else. And speaking of CWL, we usually have heroes up during CWL, which is great because if heroes are up during CWL, then we can perform really well in CWL. But what about outside of CWL? we actually don't want to waste a lot of our time having heroes up for normal wars. So what you absolutely need in a clan is to have hero down wars. There are specific clans that will allow you to war even when your heroes are down, and there are specific clans that won't allow you to war at all when your heroes are down. It's of your benefit to war when your heroes are down because you get loot that way, and of course to keep those heroes down all the time, which is really like the basis of strategic rushing. So we need to have a clan that allows us to have hero down wars. Now I know a lot of you are going to be like, BD, this is a lot of criteria to meet. I don't know if we can do this. I don't know if I'll be able to find a clan. Well, don't worry too much, because I actually do have a pretty decent clan that you can join, and that is our clan right here. Our clan is actually looking for a lot of new active members because we're trying to increase the level of the clan, and then on top of that we are allowing hero down wars, and of course we have a good coordination, and you'll have me in the account as well. So if you're trying to keep up with the strategic rushing account as well as be in the same clan and help this clan grow, guys, feel free to go ahead and join this clan. Just make sure to put in the message when you join that you're from BD Legends video or you're a fan of BD Legend or something like that, just so we know, and it'll be pretty interesting. Now the last thing that I do want to talk about is something called FWA Clans. What is an FWA clan? That is a Farm War Alliance clan, and most Clash of Clans players, I would bet, don't even know what these things are. Basically they're just clans that go out and war against each other simply for loot. So they're at constant war against each other, and they have progress bases, guys, as their bases for war, and they do this just so they could get loot. This is also really good if you're really busy, if you're in school and you can barely play, or if you're working and you can't play all the time. This is really good because it can get you some extra loot, and war loot, although it isn't the craziest thing, it is really nice and it can supplement. Alright, so I'm on the stream right now, and as you guys can see, there are some really good questions that are coming in the chat. This is one of the benefits to stopping by the stream, so if this is something that you want to do, make sure to come through. The first question I got was about what the fastest way to level up your clan is. This is by doing back-to-back wars, and as long as you do these wars, you'll be able to actually generate a lot of XP. What's important is that you hit all of the bases. And look, it's my first time in a war. This is actually kind of funny because I haven't been in a war in this count. Alright, I gotta learn how to war real quick, guys. Okay, so what I want to show you guys is that every successful attack you get will actually get you a specific amount of clan XP. As you guys can see right now, it says successful attack earns 6 clan XP. If you go to another level, it will do the same thing. Now winning will get you 50 XP, but that's not always up to like you as a player. If your clan, half of your clan is inactive, right, then it's not really going to help out a lot. But what's really important is that you hit as many of these bases as possible, because if you do this, then you give yourself not only a good chance of winning, but you give yourself a lot of clan XP. Alright, so I got a lot of questions about FWA clans, and this is an FWA clan right now that actually one of the viewers on the stream, they're actually part of this clan. So this is actually really cool, and as you guys can see, it is pretty clear. It's an FWA clan, it's in the description, and it's part of a specific family too. And some people ask, well, how do these clans ensure that they match against each other? Now, as you guys can see, they're clearly warring people in their, like, in the FWA clans, right? You can tell, like, War Snipers is playing War Snipers. War Snipers is playing Adult Farm. So how do they do this? They queue at the same exact time, and they match up the players and the strength levels that they have. So they actually go through this, and there are people that are working at this that do this, and basically they do this so they can match up with each other and everybody gets loot. So this is how FWA clans work, and they can really help you get a lot of loot. Now another thing that I want you to see is that they're constantly warring. As you guys can see, it's like 9 hours, 2 days, 4 days, 6 days. Guys, they're constantly warring, and this is allowing them to get as much loot as possible. But some people did ask, won't this hurt you in the long run if you can't do war attacks? You can push up into the higher levels and then practice your specific town hall attacks, but if you're trying to get fast loot, FWA clans could be a great place to start. And again, if you don't have the time, once you get to about Town Hall 12 and 13, I would recommend switching over to a traditional clan though, since at that level you will start to actually get into attacks. As long as you find a pretty decent clan, it's going to help you out a lot. Okay guys, the stream hasn't even ended and we've already got people joining the clan, so this is pretty awesome. If you guys want to join once again, make sure to go ahead and do that. At the end of the day guys, make sure to not stress too much and ensure that you guys are following all of the strategic rushing guides so that you can go ahead and progress as fast as possible. However, you don't want to miss videos about how your early account can progress fast, or even your other accounts, so make sure you go ahead and check out the entire playlist right here. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.